Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Allen. Hope you're having a great week. I'm actually recording this on October 14th, so I'm a little early. Again, I decided to come in my office and do this, and not in my office my office at home, not my office at school. So again, if you hear the squeaky chair, sorry. It's just one of those things with the pandemic. So anyway, this week's lecture is actually going to be kind of short, so it's a pretty straightforward tech that we're using. Just make sure we're all on the same page. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and give this disclaimer just because I feel like it's my duty to do so. Make sure you're on the ball with advisement this week. I believe this week will be the week of the 20. I'm sorry, I think advisement starts on the 21st. Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar on my other computer. Make sure if you don't hear anything about sign up, you check in with your advisor so you can get the classes that you need. Most of you that are in 380, I know are pretty much you're getting down towards the end. Hooray for you. I know some of you in 500 that are also in this class. Some of you I know are getting a little farther. And some of you are just kind of coming in. No big deal, but still make sure if you are in 500, you check in with Dr. Johnson. Anything else? I would say make sure you do all that. I'm trying to think anything else important I should make sure that I'm telling you. Hope everyone's hanging in there. Again, if you need questions answered, make sure you contact me. You'll do awesome work. I have to say, I was actually raving about you all the other day. We have 30 people in this class, which I think, not that I'm patting you all on the back or myself, I think it's the largest education class. It has to be. And I can't think of a week that we haven't had everyone turn everything in. So kudos to you all. I do appreciate it. I get a little behind on the grading, so that I apologize for, but that's a good thing because it means everyone's doing their work. Also with lesson plans have been looking really good. At the time that I'm grading this, I chunked the lesson plans. I just set a goal of doing 5 to 6 a day through the week. I'm about halfway through as of Wednesday. Lesson plans have been on point, look good. Some people have emailed me. I will tell you this with this class. Everyone's kind of got different planning experiences. I'm really just looking to see how you're incorporating the tech and that your plans actually have the nuts and bolts that you're supposed to have. I'm not going to kid you in that if this was a knockdown, drag out planning class, I might be a little pickier at some of the stuff that I'm looking at, but what I'm seeing looks good. And everyone's incorporating some form of tech. And when I mean tech, I'm talking like things that we've talked about, or if it's a little outside the board, some of you have been talking about Elmo boards and things like, or the Elmo thing, that's fine. That's awesome. The only thing I will ask a person or two, and it's no big deal, but try to steer clear. I know PowerPoint was mentioned with the Microsoft, but if you're going to use, don't say you're going to use the PowerPoint, use Nearpod instead, or use something along those lines, or say they're going to do the PowerPoint and then do a Kahoot or something like that. I'm looking for the tech and 21st century learning, which you all been within the book. You do that because it's like critical thinking, it's tech, it's collaboration, stuff like that. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen on my squeaky chair. And hoping everyone's having a good week, survived midterms. I'm acting like I didn't say that last week because I always forget that I'm recording this a little ahead. All right, just to make sure we're on the same page, this week we're going to look at something called Wakelet. It's very easy to use. I think it'll probably take you about 10 minutes to do, but that's neither here nor there. Your reading this week is Tech Rich, Information Poor. You may have caught, hopefully last week, I forgot to open up the discussion board 5. It was busy. I had a lot of observations, and I got halfway through the week and I realized that I had posted it and didn't give you all access to it. That is not your fault. That was mine. So you can answer either 5 or 6 this last week. That's fine. And don't worry about it. You don't have to retroactively go back. I'll give you the points. Those 10 points are on me for being a doofus. This week, you're going to watch this video, painfully or not. You are going to do the Wakelet, and I will tell you what that is in a minute, and actually just a little bit of why Wakelet might be a good thing to get familiar with. You're going to do your blog. Don't forget, some of you have emailed me with blogs. If the time goes out, if you're having blog posting prompt, just email it to me. I will get them back. I will tell you this. Usually, if it's emailed to me, I'll get to it. The emails are usually the last thing I do. I usually do what's on Sakai first, and then I go back and I go through my emails. So if you email it to me, though, I have it. I keep a little folder in my email and throw them immediately in there. That's it. It's a pretty straightforward week. I wanted to give you a break because of the lesson plans, midterms, advising, and everything. You do have the lesson plan 2 that's coming up in a few weeks. And then you'll have a lesson plan 3 that's due after the break. And then there's a form you have to fill out for that. But we're kind of cruising through. I think I mentioned this in an email. And before I forget to say it, I'm going to say it right now. On the 27th of... Sorry, I'm looking at my calendar again. The 27th of October, someone from Jefferson County Schools is coming in to do a Google Classroom, kind of nuts and bolts. I know we did a little bit of Google Classroom, but I think that wouldn't be a bad thing to go to. KDP, the Honor Society, is actually working hard to put that together. I would definitely come to it because he's going to get into a little more detail than what I did for our class. And he has access to dummy classes and other classes, as you can see. If you come to that, I will definitely let you off the hook for the blog and the discussion. Just make sure that I get note that you're in there. I will be there. I think actually a few of the professors are coming in too. So that is on the 27th. I keep looking for my planner and I don't have it here, but that's okay. That's at 3 o'clock on that Tuesday. So make sure you note that. And now, with that being said, what I'm going to talk about with you this week is something called Wakelet. And I'm just going to go to the site. Wakelet is actually something, I like it. It was actually introduced to me at Shepherd. I went to a training, but the school districts are using it. And I'm going to tell you something. It's going to make your life a lot easier. The secret to education, this is the secret. It's just one word. If you can do this, it will probably make your life so much easier. It will help you with classroom management. It will help you with planning. It will help you dealing with other people in the form of administrators, teachers, and parents, and students, and yourself, and colleagues, whatever. That word is organization. If you are organized, I think you will find that will save you more headaches related to being a teacher than almost anything. I'm not going to say that it solves all things. I'm being a little, hyperbole here. It's being a little dramatic, but you want to be organized. And that's what Wakelet is. Wakelet is basically something to help you get organized. And actually, it's pretty simple. I'm going to log in. I put a tutorial video on here if I get a little talking fast. But as you can see, I got a few collections that I've made I've been using it more and more. I haven't used it lately, only because I haven't had a chance to do any research or anything. But basically what Wakelet is it's a portfolio system. And you can create a portfolio and you just slap whatever you find that you might think is related to that within that portfolio. So, for example, let me go back. Sorry, my face is distracting me. So I'm going to move that over there. I'm going to move this here. And you see what we have here is that. You would hit that. Once you create your account, counts are free, by the way. Now, in the video, he gets into this. I'm not going to get into it. But if you want to learn how to do it, that's fine. I'm not asking you to do it. You just name your collection after you create your account. Mine is... we'll do social studies methods since I've got them on my mind, or something I'm going to do here in the next day or so. And education 422. And maybe I'll put a little cover here. Let's see, upload an image. Let's see what we can do. Do I have anything in here I can do? Let's see if I have any photos. I don't know what I have on here. This might be scary, but I'll go with it. It's usually just me, and my kid, and my wife. So we'll see what we got. Do I have anything on here? Oh, I might have taken this off of, what a dope. I actually took it off of, yeah, let's go that way. There we go. I went off the cloud on my Mac. So let's just look, history. Let's see, which one do I like? I kind of like, you're gonna sit here and watch me pick here for a minute, aren't you? I'm gonna go with that old book. I kind of like that. Let's go with that. So there's my cover. So social studies methods. Now you're saying, okay, that's nice. He loaded an image up. He's got a title. Now what does he do? I would put anything that I put related to social studies image there. So one thing I'm going to show them this week is there's a site called CIA World Factbook, or as I just spelled it, Factbook. If you go there, it has all this information on different countries. I'm going to show it to them as a resource. And you see you can get flags of the world, world travel facts, country facts, everything. Actually, if I go back, I'll just go to the country profiles. And I use this a lot with my students. They could look up a country and it was there. And you can see it's there. Pick a country review. Armenia. I know you all probably don't care about this, but just showing you what all it is. All right. I like it. It's a good source. So I'm going to copy that website. I'm going to get rid of that so I can see it again. And I'm going to paste that website in there. And guess what? It's there. That's it. It's just a storage place to throw things so you know where they are. It's an organizational thing. You can, if you really wanted to get funky, I've had classes in the past where I've had them create a website in class and they have to find things and research things and throw them in here and share it with me. So it's just an information gathering. You could have your students actually do wakelets. It's a free account. They could go in if you're researching something on presidents and maybe they're doing something on John Quincy Adams. I just read a book on him. It might be called John Quincy Adams and you start throwing stuff in. As you can see, you don't have to just do websites though. There are YouTube videos. So you could do, like, for example, National Geographic. And spelling, I was just getting on my son for not spelling things right. You can search, you can actually paste the YouTube link in there, but that's all right. And, well, that's horrifying and sort of cool, so we'll click that. That's a killer whale. I actually watched that, I think. We put that on there, and it has nothing to do with social studies methods, but it's there. I know where it is. I can find it. It's just a storage site. That's Wakelet. Simple as that. I would like you to create a Wakelet, and you're going to share it with me. One thing you might have to do is make it public to share with me. You can try to share it. Some people have been able to share them private with me, and some people have to make them public and share them with me. I think you're going to have to make it public. Just send me the link, but as you see, you can do boom, boom. It's all there, and there should be, we're done. Let me go back. I hit my done. I have two things that I put in there. You just hit share. There's the link. You'll copy that and you'll send it to me. Wakelet is something to help you get a little more organized. You can do collaborations. Maybe a couple people have logs in. Well, I just mentioned that as I got tongue-tied. It's talking about 21st century learning. One of the big things, if you've noticed, for 21st century learning is collaboration. You could have students collaborate on finding information and putting it in here in their Wakelet if they're doing research. It's just an organizational tool. Like I say, you might just use it on your own. You might use it with your students. I've done it in class, but most of the time it's mostly for me. And as you can see, let me just go back to mine. Actually, I could actually, one thing, and if anyone's ever interested at the end, I haven't updated it in a little bit, but I have tons of stuff that I've collected for this class last spring in Wakelet. Just things that I would share with students if they were interested in it. I need to update it, as a matter of fact, because I haven't been in there for a while, but just different things so I don't forget. Actually, I think that was the lady that did our Google Classroom tutorial, but now we got someone from Jefferson County Schools to do it. Socratic. Or I keep saying Socratic. That's not right. Socratic. Sorry. Anyway, tired. It's been a long day. Anyway, that, my friends, is Wakelet. Again, you're going to have to create an account. And Let me go back to the assignment itself. And if you go, I think the assignment's right in here. And there's the help site. Let's go to this site, the submission. I believe I'm asking you to put 5 things in there. Why did I do that? That was dumb. Sorry, you're all getting this warts and all this week or every week. I'll be glad when we're back live. But this class is online anyway. This will be a mess one way or the other. All right, there you go. This week, you're going to go to the wakelet site. You're going to select a topic that you would like to instruct. That could be, for me, a social studies teacher. If you're in physical education, you're going to find something that relates to physical education. If you're a music, well, we don't have any music people in here. If you're a science person, you can pick science in general. You could pick biology. You could pick chem. You could pick astronomy. I like astronomy a lot. Not very good at it, but I enjoy it. Math, any of these things. And you're going to pick maybe a topic that's in there related to it. I mentioned the French Revolution, so I was going to find a bunch of things related to the French Revolution. You need to put 5 items in there. I am not going to be picky about the items. They can be videos, they can be links to websites. So if you find 5 awesome websites you want to just do links to, that's fine. You must then share it with me on Sakai. That means you're going to copy the address and you're going to post it on your assignment tab here. And from there, make sure that it is saved as unlisted or public. And I think I showed you where it needs to be public on the arrow underneath. If not, that was what was happening with Edpuzzle for some of you, I think, a few weeks back. By the way, now that I mentioned that, most of you, I think, contacted me, but in case your Edpuzzle wasn't opening, I may have put a comment in there. Make sure that I usually put a weird number in there so that you kind of catch it. But anyway, make sure that it's public, send it to me. That's it. That's the assignment for the week. And then you blog. Again, with the blogs, you all do an awesome job. If you don't think this has any point that you wouldn't use it, this has been one of the ones where people really, really like it or really, really don't. I'm fine either way. I have to admit, I'm a little bit of a fan personally of it. Don't let that sway you. Just because I like the simplicity and I like something where if I just want to throw something, I'm big into like creating piles and just throwing things where I might not have it categorized perfectly, but I know where it is. My desk is like that. Actually, my desk is like that now. There's bubblies. You can't see it, but there's bubblies and stacks of papers, but I know what's in each one of those stacks of papers. I kind of view wakelet like that. It's, you know, it's just a form of organization. As if you can find it, that's the most important thing. That's it. Nothing else. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to stop babbling. I hope you're having a great week. Hopefully you're getting some stuff out of this class. Again, don't forget, this is the week. I'm trying to get my weeks going. This isn't the week of the Google Classroom, but on the 27th, I'm not making it a requirement, but I would really think that would be something beneficial to everyone in this class if you can make it. It's at 3 o'clock. I can ask if you can't make it, if you can record it. I'm not for sure because I know Jefferson County Schools has some weird requirements related to videotaping stuff. So we can do the best we can if you can't make it. But with all that being said, oh, by the way, some of you are in KDP putting that together. Thank you for your hard work. Anyway, that's it. I'm done babbling. I'm tired. It's 5:45. I'm hungry. I'm probably going to go down here and put a frozen pizza in the oven. I will talk to you later.